Spurgeon here with RevZilla, and in this video we're going to break down the Scorpion EXO-ST1400 Carbon helmet, available at RevZilla.com. So what you're going to see from the EXO-ST1400 Carbon, this is now going to be Scorpion's top of the line lid for sport and sport touring riding. What I really like about it is you're now getting a full 3K carbon helmet for around the $400 price point. This has become one of the nicest and the most affordable carbon helmets that we're seeing on the market to date. And that's one of the things that I've always really liked about Scorpion. You get a really great helmet for the money that you're investing in. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna break down what you can expect, some of the things we liked, some of the things we'd like to see improved for the next go around. So kicking things off, the shell construction on this is 3K carbon. Really great hand to it, really great fit and finish. 3 different shell sizes within this. You're looking at extra small up to medium for the first shell size, large gets its own shell size, and then extra large up to 2XL is the third shell size with this DOT ECE rated, and 3 pounds 3 ounces in a medium when we threw this on the scale. Extremely lightweight and extremely aerodynamic. The actual shell on this is CAD designed and refined for aerodynamics when you're out there at high speeds. Now from an internal fitment standpoint, it is intermediate oval, a little bit longer front to back, a little bit narrow on the side of the head, and it's going to work for the majority of you riders out there in the American market. So, breaking down what we're going to see from the front to the back, starting with some of the good, starting with some of the bad, and kind of working through there. So the face shield on this, you get 2 face shields included in the box. You get the regular clear face shield, and then you're also going to get a Pinlock ready face shield as well as a Pinlock insert to use this however you see fit. Now from a sun visor standpoint, you are going to have the drop down sun visor. You can see that that's actually down right there, and there's a little actuator over on the left-hand side, so easy down, easy up. Now the one thing I would like to have seen is if the drop-down sun visor would have gone just a little bit lower to give you a little bit more coverage, but the fact that that's included is a nice little feature. And from an actuation standpoint, for the face shield itself, that front center point is a little bit annoying to me, and I say that only because the vent for the main chin bar is right underneath it. So when you're using a gloved hand and you go to kind of get that open, you end up closing the vent if it's open, and then when you come down, you know, you're going to have to just make sure you don't accidentally open that vent. So just keep in mind that you're going to get a little bit of an interference with that lower vent and then that open point for your face shield. But again, minor nitpick considering the price point in which you're looking at for a full carbon helmet. Now the one thing I would have liked to have seen overall is just slightly better ventilation. You do have that chin vent, and then you're gonna have 1 chimney vent up top, 2 different points for open close, and it's a really great actuator with this, so it's very easy to use with a glove on, but I would have liked to have seen more vents. You get 1 chimney vent and then 1 little exhaust vent out the back of this, and it is a passive exhaust vent. I would have liked to have seen just some brow mounts or maybe just a larger vent up top in general. I think would have helped with the airflow on this helmet. When you're looking at the aerodynamics, they did do a very good job of giving you a really sleek helmet, really easy to ride in, really great fit and finish overall. And again, I think that's what stands out the most is how impressive the fit and finish is coming in on some of these Scorpion helmets. So taking a look at the inside, you will notice that you do have the removable chin curtain up front, and that is just going to pop out. Once you get that out of the way, you do have emergency quick release cheek pads. Pulling those out, you'll see that they work their way all the way to the back, so you get this really nice contoured feel all the way to the back of the helmet. This is going to be their quick fit, which just, you know, nice comfortable cheek pad, especially considering the price point, helps to wick sweat away, and they're easily removed, so they're washable. But again, I like the fact that the length on these really contours to the entire head, and it helps to cut down noise as well, because it's, instead of using a chin curtain or a complete chin roll on this, or a complete neck roll rather, you get these really large cheek pads that kind of come out in and out pretty easily. When we're taking a look at the inside, you are going to get speaker pockets that are going to be hidden down below these removable little pads. So just keep that in mind. If you are putting a comm system in, you're going to want to pull these pads out, and you'll see these really solid, deep speaker pockets on the inside of these. One of the things that I really like the Scorpion has done is the speaker pockets are nice and deep, so that speaker sits in there nice and recessed, and then you don't feel it pressing against your head. Now, what you'll notice are these white pads that are sitting behind the cheek pads themselves, and these are inflatable air bladders. So this is going to have the AirFit system, which Scorpion has become known for. This is a proprietary system from Scorpion. At the chin bar, you'll notice this little round bubble. This pumps in like you're pumping up a pair of Reeboks back in the 80s, and you can see the air bladders actually inflate, and that just helps to contour the cheek pads to your face even further, and then you just hit the little silver button up top, and that deflates them. But again, once you get the helmet on, if you need a little bit more security in your cheek pads, you're riding a little bit more aggressively, maybe you're taking this to the track, you can just use that to get a really secure fit on your helmet. Pulling out the interior liner, the one thing I will note with this is you do get the brow mount up front, so you have no undue pressure points at the front of your head. Snaps to the back, but they're cushioned with a really thick layer of padding, so you don't feel those pushing at the back of your head. Overall, comfort on the inside of the helmet is top notch. Now, taking a look at the cutaways for the channels there, that's what we were talking about earlier when I was talking about the ventilation with this. You do get solid channeled cutouts starting from the top chimney vent to the back. I would have loved to have seen deeper cutouts starting a little bit sooner, maybe a little bit more around the side, just to help promote a wider range of ventilation. But really, when you're looking at a helmet around the $400 price point that you're getting 3K carbon with, it gets to be really hard to find some of the nitpicks with a helmet like this. I think Scorpion has always done a very good job of bringing helmets to the market at an affordable price point, especially considering what you're getting from this lid. So 3K carbon, extremely lightweight, 3 pounds, 3 ounces in a medium. You do get 2 face shields as well as a pin lock insert included with this. And again, minor nitpicks, the ventilation could be improved. That the feel for the front actuator for that face shield does interfere at times with that chin vent. And maybe if that drop-down sun visor was just a little bit longer, it would just help to feel a bit more comfortable when you're using it. But again, nothing that's going to make or break the fact that you're getting a 3K carbon shell for around that $400 price point. Now, there's a lot of folks out there utilizing Scorpion on their rides, and if you want to hear more about what those riders have to say, you can always click the info button on your desktop or mobile device, which will allow you to read other rider reviews from folks that are already currently using Scorpion helmets on their rides. If you have any additional questions as to which helmet is right for you and your riding style, you can give one of our Gear Geeks a shout at 877-792-9455, or simply shoot an email over to cs@RevZilla.com. I want to thank you for joining us for this look at the Scorpion EXO-ST1400 helmet. I'm Spurge. Enjoy the ride.